I would like to point out that this is the pan with 2 more doses of seasoning. That is, wash the pan, apply oil, and bake it. The last 2 times have been with the oven at like 475, 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And look at the difference in the color of the pan. So we have a fair amount of greater confidence that this pan will not stick quite as much. It feels better. The edges of the little bubbles or whatever, the roughness is reduced, and I'm going for it. So I'm going to, what I've done with the batter though, it's slightly different now because overnight it got a little stiffer. So I did add some oat milk, and I'm hoping that that doesn't change the consistency too much. We'll see pretty soon. Okay. Next part of the instruction is the temperature of the pan. I understand that it needs to have a lot of heating. Give it time to heat up enough, and I'm putting it at medium-high. Now, I don't know if this is the instruction. I get a little confused after I've read too many blogs and whatever. So I'm just telling you, I'm putting it at medium-high. The other thing is, some of the blog posts have you put a lot of oil into the dish. And especially when you have a new pan, I'm thinking that might be actually something that I need to do. However, who wants to eat a bunch of fried bread like that? So, well, actually it was quite tasty yesterday. So the blog post I read, or that my co-chef read, was to fill 1/3 high with the oil. So I am going to do that this time, but mostly because of the age of the pan, not very old. But I love how it's looking now. It's a little more, as you say, seasoned looking. It came very raw from the cast mold, and this is pretty cool.
Okay, if you're thinking, wow, she really is making sure that this does not stick. Yes, and I'm actually going to just make sure that it reaches the edge. Because when I put the batter in, I don't want it to stick to the edges because there's no oil there. I was going to use the silicone one, but I don't know if it will withstand the heat. Okay. And now we put in our batter. Hopefully I didn't add too much milk. Yeah, fried bread, that's it. I turned it down to medium. Wondering why there's only 7 of these? I think it's probably because if you do more than 7, the first ones will be cooked before you get to the last ones. Okay, now I'm going to get my toothpick. Okay, so actually we have to let it cook a little bit, because if we start turning it too soon, I think it's not going to do so well. It's still sticking a little. Oh boy. I really think a toothpick is the best for this. Actually suggest. Turn this down.
Yeah. Okay, well, looks like we still need to season it more. tiny little toothpick. Oh boy. Okay, so when I did it over there at the fair, you just sort of turned it. Okay, this is better, look. You turn it. Oh yay, that's better. Let me add some here. So I'm serving these for breakfast, so it doesn't really matter what they look like. But if you're at a fair serving it up, you might want to make sure it looks like the real thing, because they might get rejected. Okay, so take that. Oh, catching you up here. So it's been quite a mess. Still haven't gotten this figured out. But what I did is I pulled out some of these, poured some more batter in the bottom, and then just stuck them on top. So that's what I'm doing right now. And they're cooking on the bottom. This one I couldn't get unstuck. This one I twisted a little bit and added a bit to the bottom, so that's looking kind of nice, right? It may not come out whole, but you know, it's kind of fun to work with. I think our pan needs more seasoning, and we'll probably be washing and seasoning it before we make any more. Also, by adding the milk, I probably messed it up, and we do have a vegan recipe here, so there may be some batter issues, right? Also, this stick is too thick. I really do think the toothpick is the best idea. And that's it. So I'll show you a picture when I'm all done. Okay, it's cooking along. You can see that. Yeah. Let's put it so that it can have the best chance of cooking. This one looks done. I'm going to take that one out. Okay, just pull this guy out. Is he done? Yeah, he's done. Okay, so at least this time they're coming out as ball shapes with a fair amount of work. Fried ball shapes, that one needs a little bit more cooking. This one's stuck. Sausages and the Ebleskiver. It's definitely an art form. If you use, I imagine if you used a non-stick one, that you'd have a better chance of getting them to come out right, but it's kind of the fun, right? This makes it an art form. Doing it in a cast iron pan. If you can't cook your Ebelskiver in a cast iron pan, well, then you're not Danish. Or is it only the Danes can make good Ebleskiver? Oh. It's coming out good. Wow. It's very fried, that's for sure. Fried bread, basically, is what I'm getting. Oh. Yeah, still needs a little time. It's almost done. This is a mess. And then we put a little sugar in it. Sometimes they stuff them. Oh, that is a mess. Look at that. I worked it too hard. See, let's turn it up a bit maybe. Okay. 2, not so bad. It'll be, I think, 4, not so bad. Okay, so this is what we have so far. There's 5 halfway decent ones, plus 1 kind of scrumptious ones. And then this one's still cooking. I started 4 more, and that's the end of the batch. So I'm discovering that if you let the crust form on the outside, then you have a better chance of it coming out better. So I've kept it on low. Do you see what's happening here? So I'm able to pry it away without the fork digging in. Well, except for there. I think because I'm filming, I am letting it impact the delivery of the content. That is the making of the Ebleskiver, and therefore causing degraded content value. Oh, there we go. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, now I'm going to add more here and then turn it over. Basically, I moved it, put a bunch of batter in, and then covered it up. And I think that's the kind of Ebleskiver for now that we're going to be able to get here. I'll check on that one. So this is it, the last of the bunch. Now this last one was done in a slightly different fashion, which I actually like what's coming out of it. 2 of these combined into one, and then cooked a little bit to seal it together. So, but I don't know, whatever you like. This is obviously going to take some time to develop this skill, which is great, right? Alright, that's it. Ebleskiver. The same pan can be used for poffertjes, Japanese octopus balls, I think. And I'm hoping glory. Yeah.